Hello, TA 150 Dramatic Literature and Script Analysis students. Here is your tutorial on how to use the mural for the connection, reflection, action diagramming your character tree. So here we are on the assignment page. And if you scroll down, of course, read the instructions thoroughly. Thank you very much. And you can see an example here of when you get onto the mural, the template. Here's an example of the blank template that you will be adding onto. And here are the instructions on the individual sections of the template. And here is an example of what a finished tree diagram will look like. I'll just zoom in on it a little bit so you can get a better view. So you're going to make something like that. So if you continue scrolling down, you'll see here's a link to the mural. Now I have sent everyone invitations to join the mural through your Palomar email address. It may require you to sign up for a free membership. I hope that's going to be okay with you. If it's not, talk to me. We'll create some kind of alternative way of doing this assignment for you. So when you click on the link, it will take you to the mural. There may be additional steps for you to sign in. I'm not 100% sure. So once you're on the mural, there are a number of ways to navigate around the mural. So that's the first thing to get a grip onto. This is not something that you can do on your phone. I'm not sure how well it works on a tablet or an iPad, so ideally you have access to a desktop computer to do this project. You can see down here in the bottom right hand, there is this navigation control area, and you can move this box around to go to different parts of the mural. And you can click on the plus to zoom in and the minus to zoom out. If you have a trackpad or some kind of a scroll wheel or a scroller on your mouse, you can also zoom in and out just by scrolling on your mouse. So you might just spend a little time figuring out how to navigate around the mural. Be careful, if something is highlighted like this, please be careful not to grab it and move it around. That's going to be a little tricky. I hope that we can get through this project without messing up the the layout. So now you can drag around just by clicking on the gray background and drag around. And then you can zoom in. I'm going to zoom in here. This is the version I made for myself. And you can see, so you've got a finished template here. When you click in the gray area, it deselects anything that may already be selected. All right. I don't know what that is. So here we go, all the way on the edge here is the toolbar. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the next available open template, and you'll zoom in on it. And if you double click next to the name, it'll open up a box. I'll put in my name. I'm being very formal, Professor Muffson. and then I can click out of that. So I recommend starting at the roots and working your way up, but you don't necessarily have to follow that process. It's a little linear. And you can see here in each section, the instructions are repeated. So the roots are elements of your ancestors, that's repetitive, inherited values, formative childhood events and experiences, etc. So when you're ready to add on to the roots, you can go over here to the sticky notes, and you can choose a square or a rectangle or a circle, whatever you want. And I'll just add a square. Oh, I see. You click on these, it shows the different shapes. So if we want squares, you can choose whatever color you want, drag it over, you can size it, and then hit double click inside and you'll get a cursor, and then you can type your information here. I'm a bad typist, so I just hit some funky little buttons. And you'll notice that it automatically adjusts the size as you type. Once you have your first one, I think the easiest thing to do is if you click on it, there should be, you can change the font. You get this menu. You can change the font, this font size, the background color, all of these different options here. You can add reactions. So then if you click on it, on the Mac computer, if I hold down the Option, see how it turns into a double-headed arrow? If you're on a Windows computer, I think the Alt button will do that, and then you could drag it. That will duplicate it, and then double-click in there and make your new additional element. And you can move them around. You can drag it and resize it and place it wherever you want. And so you're going to work your way up. I did different shapes for different parts. So let's see, what did I do? We'll zoom out for a minute. You don't necessarily have to follow this format, but I had these kind of olive greenish squares for the roots. I did some pink rectangles for the trunk, etc. But you can be creative, do your own color scheme, your own way of organizing it. And the last thing I just want to point out to you, you can always do Control-Z to undo anything you do. So if I grab the gray here, and you'll notice that for the leaves, I kind of ran out of Post-it note shapes, so I decided to go with this polygon for the leaves. And you can find that polygon here in the shapes and connectors. So if you click on the shapes and connectors, you can see here's the polygon, and you click on it once, it inserts it there, or you can drag one there. And it works the same way as the Post-it notes. So you can type in it, and you can change the border color on these. And you can change the background color, make sure you keep it a light color so we can read the type, etc. I hope that you have fun doing this, and I hope that this is an opportunity to do some really good, strong reflection for you personally, and also to think about all of these elements in the characters of the plays to make them full dimensional human beings, just like you are, I assume. All right, that's it for the mural tutorial.